Hello, welcome to Polyphonic Press. My name is Jeremy Boyd, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new album by Wavves entitled Afraid of Heights. Here we go. So Wavves are an American rock band formed in 2008 in San Diego by Nathan Williams. They released their self-titled debut album that same year, but their critical breakthrough came in 2010 with the album King of the Beach. And that brings us to this album, and it's called Afraid of Heights. So this album starts off with the song Sail to the Sun, and it starts off with a xylophone kind of thing going on and a lot of vibrato on an electric guitar. It sounds like something that the Beach Boys would do in the mid-60s, something like from Pet Sounds or something like that. It then launches right into the song, which has a very pop-punk feel to it. It kind of reminds me of like late 90s Blink-182, although not quite as glossy. This was also the first single from the album, and if this was your first introduction to the album, you're pretty much hearing what you would expect. The song Lunge Forward is another power pop kind of punk song. It's got heavy electric guitars with the vocal melody right on top. Now this song really kind of reminded me of something that Cheap Trick would do, and especially the vocal performance really sounds like Robin Zander. The thing I found lacking in this song is a really good guitar solo. I think that really would have tied the song up and brought it to a whole other level. And the song really kind of calls for it. You hear this lead guitar underneath the chorus, which really led you to believe that there would be a guitar solo, but it really didn't pay off. I thought that little lead part would transition into a solo, but I was really disappointed that it didn't. The title track, Afraid of Heights, is a really good mid-tempo rock song that really creates a really nice groove pocket. The drums and bass are playing in a slightly different place from each other. The drums are playing a little bit behind the beat and the bass is right on the beat. But somehow it all still works, and it really creates some nice tension within the song that you really wouldn't get if this song was created with Pro Tools or with a computer or any sort of electronic devices or anything like that. This really has to come from musicians playing with each other. It's a little laid back and it's a little more mellow, and it's a nice change from the rest of the songs leading up to it. Each song that leads up to it is either a really fast, overwhelming rock song, which is good, or it's a slower ballad kind of song. So it's nice to have something that's in between. It sort of meshes everything you've heard from the album up to this point into one song. And this was definitely my favorite song on the album. The song Everything Is My Fault is a slower, more psychedelic kind of song. It doesn't really mesh well with the rest of the songs on the record. It's not a bad song, and like I said, it's really cool and it's got a lot of nice psychedelic elements slipped in there. But it doesn't really flow with the sequence of the album. It feels disjointed, and it feels like it was maybe put on after the fact. It just stuck out like a sore thumb to me. And like I said, it's not a bad song, it's just it didn't work with the rest of the record. The album ends with the song I Cant Dream, which is another slower ballad kind of song. I really like this song as well, and I like it when a rock record ends on a ballad. It's sort of like the cool down after something really intense. It's a great way to end things, and there's a reason why a lot of rock albums end this way. It simply works, and it's a really effective tool. And it gives you a feeling that everything's been resolved. It's sort of like the happy ending to a movie. The production on this album is a pretty good fit for the genre. It's a little lo-fi, but they really got a good mix out of it as well. It doesn't feel like they just slapped it together. It feels like they spent a lot of time on it, but not too much time dwelling on it or laboring over it or anything like that. I think at the heart of this album is really good performances from the musicians. This is an okay album. It's not something that's really great or anything like that. It didn't really hold my attention the way I would have liked, but it's not a bad album either. And other than the title track, there really wasn't a standout moment for me. So I'm going to give this album a 7 out of 10. So anyway, that's what I thought about the album. Let me know what you guys think in the comments or with a video response. If you'd like to suggest an album for me to review, please leave that in the comments as well. And don't forget to check out polyphonicpress.com for lots more content. And that's about it. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.